If you're hearing this now, probably you are not aware that Cole Palmer is your Young Player of the Year, your PFA Young Player of the Year. He finally beat off Saka in checking off competition from Kobe Mayo and the rest, and he was crowned the PFA Young Player of the Year after winning the Premier League's Young Player of the Year. He has gone in and taken the big one. Yeah. Anyways, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the fastest growing podcast in the region. Welcome to the Fantasy Football KE pod. And I am your host, kama kawaida, Papa D. Kama kawaida, Papa D, pale hivyo, Papa Deno, Papa Disaster. And let's get on right into it. Today we did not have much, just basically a quick update of how things are looking out off the pitch. This is how things are looking off the pitch in the awards and hospitality sector. So basically, let's get on right to it. The PFA, the much awaited PFA Awards were held out on Wednesday night in Manchester, and there was some good surprises. So Phil Foden won the Premier League Players Player of the Year. Yeah, the PFA is voted in by the players, so it's not the Premier League. Basically, it's like players, they vote in for their best player in that season. So Phil Foden won the Players of the Year award, beating up the likes of Odegaard, the likes of Haaland, the likes of Cole Palmer to win the award. And remember, he was voted in as the Premier League Player of the Season. So he has been able to go on and maintain it. That's a big win for the 24-year-old, and it kind of cements his status there. For 6-time Premier League winner, winning 4 in a row. That's a massive personal accolade achievement for him. Yeah, the Young Player of the Season of the Year award went on to Chelsea's Cole Palmer. Also, he was the recipient of the Premier League Young Player of the Year. So he goes on and takes on the big one at home also, winning in the Young Player of the Year award, voted in by the players themselves, the PFA. So that's it in terms of the men awards. In the female category, Bunny Shaw won the females award, winning in the PFA Player of the Year. And remember, he was also voted in by the league, the WSL, after a fantastic campaign out last season, winning the Golden Boot with 21 goals. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. The young player award went on to Manchester United's Grace Clinton in her impressive loan campaign at Spurs. Yeah, it must be noted that he really did perform well last season out on loan at Spurs. It has been so good that Manchester United have not entertained the thought of Spurs signing her again, because Spurs wanted to sign her permanently, but Manchester United have not entertained any thoughts about her move for Grace Clinton. And she has been rewarded for her impressive campaign that saw her make her Lionesses debut, joining in the Serena Wigman squad and also scoring on her debut as well. So that has been a good season for Grace Clinton, and she has been rightly rewarded as so. Yeah. So for the team of the year, I'll start with the men. The men's team of the year features in goal, Arsenal's David Raya, and then in the defense we have Kyle Walker. We have Kyle Walker from Manchester City, and then we have Arsenal duo of Gabriel and Saliba. Gabriel and Saliba have been voted in the team of the year, the PFA team of the year. Gabriel and Saliba there coming in, while the last sort is taken in by Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is your fourth member of that team. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of the sniffles there. There's been some flu that is traveling, and oh god, I hope it hasn't gotten to me as well. Yeah. So that is a solid back four of Saliba and Gabriel, Van Dijk, and then and then Kyle Walker. Although technically on paper it looks like it's a back three, because most of these three are centre backs. Three are centre backs, and then we have Walker, who is also capable of playing centre back himself, and especially in a three-man defense, and he's also quite capable of playing right. It's a very, very good option to have in the team. So, looking at how the teams are, that is your PFA team of the season, and if you can take a look at it, it is a very strong, powerful team. Though I feel like it sort of lacks balance, because as I told you, the only way that this team plays is probably in a 3-5-2, not in the 3-4-3 out forward setup that they've put it. Remember, we also have Phil Foden, the Players Player of the Year. He's also in the team in that front three, and then we have Ollie Watkins and we have Erling Haaland. Then at the same time in the midfield we have Declan Rice, we have Martin Odegaard, we have Rodri, City, Manchester City's Rodri. So you see, and then Kyle Walker. But for me, the bone of contention comes in the defense. The defense looks like it's a three-man defense, because you have Gabriel, you have Saliba, you have Virgil van Dijk, and then you have Kyle Walker. As I mentioned before, the three of those are non-centre-backs. Like they are non-centre-backs. They play centre-backs all day. Then these other two, sorry, not these other two. The Kyle Walker is a fullback. He's a fullback. He's a right back by nature, but he has been known to play as a as a centre back for the national team, and sometimes even for City. So if you look at it, the team is not balanced. So for you to have the only decent formation that I can take from this team is either a 4-1-4-1 or a 3-5-2. And playing in a 3-5-2, it looks very, very much okay, because up front we have Haaland and Watkins. Then in the middle of the pitch we have Rodri anchoring the midfield. Then we have Odegaard and Rice either side, and then we have Foden and Kyle Walker pulling in as the wing backs. And basically for Foden, it won't be like a traditional typical wing back. He'll be more of joining the attack, because as you all know, in a three-man defense, especially with Gabriel playing on the left-hand side of the defense, Van Dijk playing in the central of the defense, and then Saliba playing on the right-hand side of the defense. Gabriel usually covers that left-hand side. Sometimes he even looks like he's the left back, but I will not put him as a starting left back. Yeah. So that is how things look like, and then Raya finally completing the team in the goalkeeping department. Yeah. So that is how the PFA team of the season looks like in the men category. Let's go to the women's side of things. Yeah, because it's a total domination by Manchester City. Yeah. Total domination by Manchester City. No kidding. So let me read you the team as it is, as it appears to be. So in goal we have Kiara Keating, Manchester City's Kiara Keating, after a very, very fabulous campaign that saw the 19-year-old go on and win the Golden Glove in the WSL with 8 clean sheets. It was a good breakout campaign for the 19-year-old. Yeah. Then in the defense, it looks like we have 2 from Manchester City. We have Alex Greenwood, the Manchester City captain, and then we have Laia Alexandri, the Spanish fullback. Yeah, the Spanish defensive midfielder. He plays it as a DM for Spain, and is also much capable of playing it as a defender because she's been doing that for the past couple of seasons at Manchester City. Yeah. So we have Alex Greenwood and Laia Alexandri from Manchester City in defense. Then we have Chelsea's Niam Charles, the fullback, the left back. He can play in as a centre back as well, but he's a fullback by trade, a left back. Then we have Lotta Wubben-Moy. Again, I can see the imbalance in the team because we don't have a right back here. Wubben-Moy, I know she's capable of playing in on the right, but she's primarily a centre back. And then Greenwood and Alexandri. Greenwood is a non-centre back, although she's also much capable of playing on the left in a 3-woman defense. Yep. But now she is not needed as a left back because we have Niam Charles. And then, so basically it's a pairing of Greenwood and Wubben-Moy, because even in the international scene on the Lioness, they've played before. Yeah, they've played before like that, Greenwood and Wubben-Moy. So I'm guessing here Alexandri is pushed on to the right-hand side. Yeah. Then in the middle, it's a midfield of 3. We have Yui Hasegawa, the Japanese anchor woman, anchoring the midfield. And you can see City are taking the defensive midfield positions in both the men and the women's team. That tells you a lot about their defensive midfielders. They are both rated highly. So Yui Hasegawa there in the midfield 3, alongside Chelsea's Erin Cuthbert and Grace Clinton of Manchester United, although she's being nominated based on her performances for Tottenham Hotspurs last season. Yeah, so I just had to put it out there. I don't want to get some confusion running. Clinton was playing in on loan at Spurs last season, and she had a very, very great campaign that saw her being nominated in the PFA Team of the Year, as well as winning the Young Player of the Year award. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So Yui Hasegawa there in that 3-woman midfield, including Erin Cuthbert and Grace Clinton. And then up front we have Lauren James on the right wing. Very, very good performance. Very, very, even minus the injury that she had towards the end of last season, she was the forerunner for the Player of the Year award. Yeah, but the injury did her dirty. It kept her out of the team, kept her out of that position. And basically led to her missing out on the big award. But she does make it up for joining in the Team of the Year. Then we have the Player of the Year, of course, Bunny Shaw, Khadija Bunny Shaw, taking in the centre forward role. And then we have Lauren Hemp from Manchester City, a Lioness. Lauren Hemp there on the left wing, taking it up to complete the front 3, and that one is a lethal front 3. Yeah, just looking at it, it's a very, very lethal front 3. Bunny Shaw, Lauren James, Lauren Hemp. It's a good front 3. It's a good front 3 for sure. Anyways, if I was to arrange this team, I would probably put it in a 3-4-3. Slot in Alexandri in midfield. Have Greenwood, Charles, and Lotta Wubben-Moy playing in as the fullbacks, or even just slot in Charles in midfield as a left wing back. Have Greenwood playing in as a left centre back. Wubben-Moy playing in as a central centre. Sorry, as a right centre back, and maybe Alexandri playing in as a central centre back, and then have Charles slotting in the midfield. Charles as a wing back, and then Clinton right out there on the right hand side of that midfield. Then have Hasegawa and Cuthbert in the middle of the pitch. Then have a front three of Lauren James on the right. The front three is just okay. It doesn't need any alteration. Lauren James on the right, Hemp on the left, and Khadija Bunny Shaw in as the center forward. Yeah. Or still alternatively, you can play it as a 3-4-3 with Greenwood, Charles, and Lotta Wubben-Moy, with Greenwood being your center defense. Now Charles playing in as your left center back, and Wubben-Moy as your right center back, and then Alexandri slotting in the middle of the pitch there to hold the midfield with Hasegawa, and then Cuthbert on the right hand side of the mid, and then Cuthbert on the left hand side of the midfield, and Clinton on the right hand side. Yeah. Either way, you still have a formidable team. Yeah, so that is your PFA Team of the Year. And as I told you, Grace Clinton is your Young Player of the Year, the PFA Young Player of the Year for the season 23-24. Yeah. As you can see on our pages there on social media, we have posted them. You can see the players there with their awards and their stats for the season. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Fara Williams was awarded the Merit Award. Fara Williams was awarded the Merit Award for her incredible role and the incredible contribution to the women's football and football in general. Fara Williams was awarded the Merit Award. Also, David Beckham was awarded the Merit Award on the men's side of things for his role and his incredible contribution to the world of football. Remember, David Beckham himself is a football club owner. He owns the Inter Miami. He owns Inter Miami, which is based in the USA, based in LA, based in Florida. And remember, he's also a former player himself, having played for Manchester United, Real Madrid, PSG, AC Milan. His CV goes on and on and on and on. And also playing also for in the MLS with LA Galaxy. David Beckham, he's been awarded the Merit Award to signify his contribution and his roles that he has played in the world of football, and it is a good showing for the former England international, because he's now a club president, so it does add up. Yeah, Crescencio Somerville was voted as the Championship Player of the Season. Crescencio Somerville, now at West Ham, having already joined West Ham in the new season. He is the Championship Player of the Year. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to look at things off the pitch, because, football is not just about the on-pitch things, it's also about the off-the-pitch things. So it's good to also bring about and see how things are looking at off the pitch, So looking at that men's PFA Team of the Year, as I told you, for some it's a first time, like the likes of Gabriel, the likes of Ollie Watkins, the likes of Declan Rice. It's the first time that they are appearing in the PFA Team of the Year. But for some like Kyle Walker, Rodrigo, Virgil van Dijk, Saliba, then Odegaard, it's a second time in the making. Also for Phil Foden, it's a first time. Yeah. So Virgil van Dijk makes a return into the PFA Team of the Year after his absence last season. So he joins in the team this season. Kyle Walker there also as well, returning into the team. Haaland also makes a return into the team after his incredible campaign last season but on. He continued on winning the Golden Boot again for the second season running. So he makes a second appearance into the team. Martin Odegaard as well, Rodrigo as well, Saliba as well. In fact, I have to point out something. William Saliba has appeared in 3 Team of the Season awards. 3 Team of the Season teams. Team of the Season awards. Yeah. He, remember, in 21-22 season, in the League One, he was voted in the PFA, in their Team of the Season. And last season out, on his debut Premier League campaign, he was voted in the Team of the Season as well. And then he's followed it up with another Team of the Season nomination in this concluded season, the 23-24 season. So you can see in the terms of his growth, his improvement, his development, he's continuing to back his words, he's continuing to back himself with high performances, and probably, I mean, if Arsenal go on and have a good season, or if he goes on and have a good individual season, he's going to probably make it in the this season's team again. So it remains to be seen, but so far so good from the French international. Arsenal there, they have a player there that is very, very vital in their team. Yeah. So as for Gabriel, as I was telling you, it's his first time being nominated. Gabriel is making the first appearance in the PFA Team of the Season, as well as Declan Rice, after his move from West Ham, his big money move from West Ham, many thought that he will crumble. Many thought that he will be swallowed in by the price tag and everything. But boy, oh boy, did he surprise us. So he had a very, very incredible campaign with Arsenal. Even just minus winning the league, he could have probably been one of the players of the season. Remember, he was nominated for Premier League Player of the Season alongside Odegaard and the likes of Phil Foden, the likes of Haaland, the likes of Rodri and De Bruyne. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have for the 25-year-old, because, you know, the move from West Ham to Arsenal, it was an upgrade. It was an upgrade in terms of performance, in terms of requirements, in terms of commitment, it was just basically a new experience for him, because even the way Arsenal play is not the way West Ham plays, not the way they set up. And then again, also remember, it was Arsenal's return in the Champions League, so that one also tells you a lot. Yeah, it was Arsenal returning in the Champions League. So they did themselves justice over there. Yeah. So let's see. As for Oli Watkins, as I've told you, he's a proven performer in the Premier League. He thoroughly deserved to be in the team. Yeah. Then the likes of Phil Foden, I told you it's also his first time appearing in the team. It was a good campaign for Foden. Winning the league, his 4th in a row, his 6th in total. And then the incredible performance that he had. 12 assists all season, 29 goals all competitions. It was a good outing for Foden. Yeah, definitely he thoroughly also deserved his spot in the team. And also after that campaign that saw him win the Premier League Team of the Player of the Year, yeah, from there on there was no way he was going to miss out on the Team of the Season. Yeah, I mean, as for the likes of Odegaard, the likes of Van Dijk, the likes of Walker did start off a bit slow in that season, but he went on and picked himself and was able to have a great, incredible end of the campaign. Yeah. As for Odegaard and Van Dijk, I mean, it's just been a continuation of where they've left off from the previous seasons. As I told you, Van Dijk is making a return into the team of the season. So it's going to be an incredible. Let's see how things are going to work out. Let's see how things are going to work out in in this season. But there is your team, a very, very strong team. Just as I would like to repeat again and say, it's a very, very strong team. There's so much that you can do with that team. As a manager, you can just enjoy it. Yeah. So, anyways, for Manchester City, it's a double delight. It's a double delight for Manchester City. Yeah, winning both the men's and women's Player of the Year awards. Bunny Shaw there and Phil Foden. I mean, that one just it sort of cements their status as the best teams in the land. It proves that they really they're really what the goods, and for also their domination in the team of the year, because you see in the women's division, Manchester City have six players. I mean, you have 6 players in the team of the year. That's basically half your team. Yeah. So it does tell you a lot. Chelsea were the eventual winners of the WSL, but Chelsea have only 3 players, Lauren James, Cuthbert and Niam Chelsea in the team. Yeah. And Arsenal were second runners up. They came in third and they only have 1 player. So basically that one tells you it was a City domination in the league. And you see, this season they've added Vivian Miedema, the former Arsenal striker and the reigning WSL scorer of all time, the top scorer of WSL all time. And they have the reigning Golden Glove winner in Kiara Keating. So you see, that's a very, very strong, solid showing from City last season. Yeah. So they are definitely worth to look out for. Yeah. Then in the men's category, as you can see, City have 4 players. Yeah, 4 players, and as you can see, Foden, Rodri, Walker, and Haaland. I mean, City normally in the men's category, they are used to dominating. They are used to having those many players there. But for them to have this, it's another season. Last season, I think they had 4 or 5. This season they have 4 as well. So you see, it's an improvement and it's a continual show of class, show of might from the team. Yeah. So let's see how things happen. Let's see how things unfold. Let's see how things happen for them. But it's a massive show of strength by Manchester City, winning both the men's and women's awards. And yeah. As for Cole Palmer, it is the first time that a Chelsea player has won the award since Eden Hazard back in 2014. Yeah. First time that a Chelsea player has won the Young Player of the Year award. So, but can we argue that it was deserved? Because he's been on fine form. He's been on fine form. Yeah. Scoring 22 goals, 11 assists. He had the most goal involvements in the Premier League. So that one tells you a lot. And he was single-handedly responsible for Chelsea's good season. He carried them. He carried them back when Chelsea looked like they were going to be fighting a relegation. He carried them. 22 goals. I know most of them are penalties, but 22 goals and 11 assists in all competitions. I mean, he was Chelsea's savior. Yeah, so congratulations to Cole Palmer, the 22-year-old. He for winning his first award and Chelsea's first one since last season. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the Blues. Anyways, that is how things are looking at off the pitch, and we'll definitely keep you up to date with how things are going. So that was award nights, and remember it was the PFA Awards happening in Manchester United. Phil Foden is your Player of the Year, PFA Players of the Year. Cole Palmer is your Young Player of the Year, and in the women's side of things, we have Grace Clinton as your Young Player of the Year,
and Khadija Bunny Shaw as your player of the year. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Remember, all this information, we have it posted on our social media. Yeah, you can check out our Instagram, you can check out our Twitter feeds, and also be sure to keep up with the YouTube updates, because we drop it weekly. Yeah, so be sure to catch us up on our socials, and remember to catch the new episode on Amazon. You have the new episode will be dropping also on Amazon, as well as Apple Music and Podcast, and all other platforms that you get your podcast delivered to from. Yeah, so be sure to keep up with it and keep it Fantasy Football KE. As usual, I'm your boy Papa Deno, aka Papa Disaster, and we'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, it was the minisode from the things, and we'll catch up in the next one. So before we go, I would like to leave you with the usual quotation. As usual, don't play yourself, protect your tool. This is Papa D signing out. I'm out.